If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others.
Grab your popcorn and sit back.
Jump the gun. Oh, no, give me more than that. Okay, go this way. That was dumb. We are.
How could I tell you when nobody wants to? Ill-fated words I will choke.
Happy Top 5 Tuesday to everyone in the sports universe. It is November the 29th, 2022. This is the AM Drive on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. For regular co-host Aaron Crouch, and of course yesterday's Action Monday co-host Sammy Action, I am Michael Carbellis saying good morning to everyone. You can support our show at mikeandaarondrive.com. You can find things like our sponsors, shop, socials, and YouTube. When you click the Our Shop tab and order something, get free shipping using the code JALEN. That's JALEN for free shipping on our shop via mikeandaarondrive.com. That expires, of course, this Sunday, December the 3rd. On today's Top 5 Tuesday, of course, we will get to Top 5 hockey, NBA, college football, and NFL teams as promised. We'll also get to Stock Exchange in the NFL, one of my favorite Tuesday games. Also, Zach Wilson, did he deserve the slander? And last night's Monday Night Football game as the Steelers beat the Colts 24-17, and that's what we'll start off with on this show today. Now, as you all know, I'm a Colts fan. As you all know, well, if you're new to the show, just know that I have defended Jeff Saturday. I believe, long story short, he is in an interim position. The Colts have been very clear he is not the answer going forward, and if he is, so be it. But they did not leapfrog any hiring process of minority coaches or coaches who deserve the chance, which is keyword for minority coaches. The fact is, this man was with the Colts for 12 years, has been an advisor with the Colts for the last few seasons. It is okay to hire Jeff Saturday to the Colts on an interim basis. Remember the first game when they beat the Raiders? I could have swore I was told he couldn't win a game. Then they took the one-loss Eagles to the brink, and they rallied last night from 16-3 to actually be in the lead and have a chance to win it. But of course, as you know, we'll get to the late game clock management. But just know his halftime speech must have been awesome. That being said, the Colts did come out flat, and for a home game, it's not very good. But to be fair, it's the team all season has dealt with injuries. The receivers cannot get separation. Jonathan Taylor has been a shell of himself, whether it be fumbling or whether it be running behind a makeshift offensive line, which decided that Chris Ballard decided it was best to pay a left guard a boatload of money and hope the other guys can figure it out, and they have not figured it out at all. Now, for 2 weeks, Jeff Saturday had them playing very well. But there were times in the game yesterday, and I expected this. I mean, to be fair, the Bengals carved up the Steelers. They were due for a game with T.J. Watt back to get to the quarterback pretty well, and that's what they did, including a sack late in the game, which forced a fumble. Here's the issue. On social media, forget the fact that Colts came out flat. Forget the fact that Jeff Saturday rallied the team from down 16-3. People on social media last night were saying, this is why he's a bad coach, blah, blah, blah. Wait, so you shut your mouths in cold blood the first two games, but now since it's on a national stage and the team crap their pants, oh, this is when we do it. No. See, you can't have it every single way you like it. That's called moving the goalposts. That's like if I'm Justin Tucker going up to kick a field goal, it's like 60 yards, and the wind is going 5 miles an hour that way, and you move the goalpost right here, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, or you move it back, and then you can't do that. You cannot do that. People are on record saying this dude cannot coach. They're saying it was just a buddy hire, meaning he probably can't coach anyways. Wrong and wrong. My favorite argument to this is, oh, well, they're 1-2. Well, yeah, duh. But if all that mattered was wins and losses, and we didn't have to worry about context, then why watch the game in the first place? See, 1-2 sounds great when you just slap it a 1-2 label on somebody. Yeah, duh. It's not very good. But, oh, he won the first game, which no one said he could do. We led the Eagles, and we led the Steelers late in the game. I say he's done pretty well. Because if Frank Reich goes 0-3 during the same stretch, no one talks about it. And to me, it's sickening. You can't sit there and say, well, he can't coach, he's buddy hire, blah, blah, blah. And then when he wins a game, you're not saying a word. When he takes a one-loss team to the brink, you're not saying a dang word whatsoever. But then when they lose to the Steelers, there he goes, terrible coach, I told you so. No, I don't know who you think you told. You didn't tell any Colts fans. And I know Colts fans, like everyone else, are slurping it up what the media is telling them. And I'm not one of those media this, that guys, because obviously doing what I do, I wouldn't mind a job in the media. But it's also kind of stupid to think that everything Stephen A. says is gospel. That everything ESPN puts out is just wonderful stuff. That everything George Taylor says is the stuff of prophets. It's not. It's okay that they can be wrong. You remember the week leading up to that Raiders game? Just the hellstorm that was around the Colts. I mean, they wouldn't shut up. And he won the game. Well, that my case has been closed 2 weeks ago. And the fact that he, again, I'll say it again, took a one-loss team to the brink and rallied from 16-3 and almost won this game, I say he's done a mighty fine job. And Jim Irsay, as I mentioned on yesterday's show, has been quoted as saying that he is looking forward to an extensive hiring process in the offseason. That means Jeff Saturday could be the coach, but there's a 50-50 shot he might not be either. Which goes to prove it was just, hey, save us for a little bit. Because why would you hire a guy who deserves a chance at this point in the season? That's not fair. It's not fair to that guy. Colts did the right thing. Did the right thing. As for the Steelers, listen, Kenny Pickett. Oh, the Kenny Pickett fanboys, I love them. They're just so happy because this man has not thrown an interception in 3 weeks. Boy, that's like me defending Daniel Jones, but with no glasses on. That's an insane stat. The man has 3 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, which is brutally bad. But yep, hasn't thrown one in 3 weeks. I was like, what? A touchdown or an interception? See, neither last night. Whatever. Well, we won the game. I don't care. Also, Najee Harris is not good. I love Benny Snell, but Najee Harris is not good. But I guess he can hurdle somebody every now and again. Cool. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets, because New York quarterbacks are magnified times a million because of where they play. I never really got this off my chest, and so I'll see it now on this Mike Said It First Top 5 Tuesday edition of the AM Drive. Zach Wilson went from beating the Bills to losing to the Patriots because of his punt return, because of his punt coverage, being completely crucified and vilified by the media as a sore loser and a boy, which I'll get to very shortly. And now, Mike, it's Mike White's team. Now, full disclosure, I am with Aaron Crouch, my co-host, on this one. Mike White is probably better than Zach Wilson if I have gun to my head. But I'll say it again. Robert Saleh has handled this about as bad as Brian Flores did with Tua. And by the way, Tua's 8-0 as a starter this year, for the record. Just a thought. In games that he hasn't been knocked out of, he's 8-0. That's pretty impressive for Tua Tagovailoa, right? It's just bonkers. Remember, Ryan Fitzpatrick and Jacoby Brissett deserved more of an opportunity. Yep, for sure. As for the Zach Wilson fellow, remember when Joe Flacco got the first opportunity instead of Mike White? That was dumb. That was really dumb by Robert Saleh. To me, they could have won even more games under Mike White than Joe Flacco. So then Zach Wilson comes back. Forget the fact that he's been injured. Going to see other quarterbacks and other players give the benefit of the doubt when they suck. Look at the NBA. When Klay Thompson comes back and he stinks it up, it's okay. He's recovering. Zach Wilson comes back. Oh, well, this guy's a loser. They beat the Bills. No one bats an eye. I never heard one praiseworthy thing said about Zach Wilson all week long after that game. But then the Aaron Rodgers treatment comes in, and this is where I cannot stand certain fans and certain media members. It is hysterical. Remember a playoff game last year when Aaron Rodgers in the snow, in the brutal weather? I know he always plays at Lambeau. That doesn't matter. It's still the facts of what the game weather was. So last year, the talk of the first 3.5 quarters is, boy, Packers are doing so well, this, that, and the third, until Aaron Rodgers goes off the field. So he's right here, while his punter allows a block return touchdown, but somehow this guy's at fault. Zach Wilson, in a 3-3 bloodbath of the game, goes over here, is about to get the ball back. Well, no lie. Then they went 3-0. Okay, so to be fair to you guys, they went 3-0 most of the game. That's fine. But they've lost Breece Hall, and I find it funny. They've lost Breece Hall, and somehow it's Zach Wilson's fault that Patriots have a good that Bill Belichick owns the Jets. That's somehow Zach Wilson's fault. Regardless, it's 3-3. He's over here. Patriots get a touchdown, and guess what? Once again, this guy's blamed. I just want to know how that works. I know it's a team game, but then to the point of after the game last week when he says, or the reporter asks him, so do you think you let your defense down? He's like, no. He didn't say no, those scumbags, it was all their fault, which is what I was led to believe. He literally said no, and he literally looked over for the next question. I don't think he thought twice about what he just said. I don't think he believed what he said. What does it matter? Let's be real about this. In a locker room, and I love when players claim that what you say to the media matters, because it's a load of crap. If I know you 24/7, 365, and you say something stupid to the media, why would I hold that against you when I'm only changing clothes with you all season and all year long? Like, we're in our bare underwear, probably less than that, and I'm going to get mad at you? No, that's not true. There's no way that's true. But it was pretty funny, though, because all of a sudden Zach Wilson's just a horrible person. He doesn't take accountability. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, a week ago, you're beating Josh Allen and the Jesus Christ saved Bills. And then this last week you lose to the Patriots thanks to a punt. But it was Zach Wilson's fault. Let me tell you. I just don't get why people want the quarterback to say, "Oh, I did horrible. I stunk it up. It's my fault." What does that do? I could argue it shows low self-esteem for crying in the sink. What does it matter if he says no, next? What? How is that bad? But Stephen A, man. Stephen A going up and called him a boy. And Robert Saleh, just like Nathaniel Hackett before him with the Broncos, succumbed to the pressure because he's looking at it on his phone. I know he's looking at it on his phone, or he would have benched Zach Wilson. Now, this game that happened this past weekend, Mike White showed up. Yeah, well, first of all, he's good. And second of all, didn't the Bears rule out Trevor Siemian? Because I don't remember the Bears starting Justin Fields in that game. So what did Mike White necessarily have to do? These reports come out, they love Mike White in the locker room. Listen, if your coach is reading the media bullcrap, don't you think the players are too? What is so wrong with Zach Wilson? I would like to know. What is just the glaring flaw besides one post-game interview where people blew it out of proportion? That's what I want to know. Because from the clips that I've seen, I don't see what the problem was with what he said. I really don't. I've seen guys say worse and look stupider, and they still have jobs. I'm Tom Brady. I'm just wondering. Okay. Let's take a break because I need some water because I yelled too much. When I come back, we're doing the NFL Stock Exchange. Who's got the best value, buy now? And who should you sell your value of? Interesting. And, of course, top fives are still to come as well as AM Drive. We'll be right back. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, shop the merchandise. For $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show, the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah. You want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Shop your favorite teams and players from every league by going to MikeandAaronDrive.com and doing what? Clicking the F. And when you click the Fanatics logo, the entire Fanatics experience is at your disposal. So go there, shop everything with daily deals such as today's deal of 65% off using the code Modelo. That's Modelo, like this Julio Chavez guy was so tough. It's why he drinks Modelo. Like, you get it. That Modelo. Use that, but first go to MikeandAaronDrive.com and do what? That's right. Click the F. It's right there. Looks just like that. I swear. If I'm lying, well, I'm not lying. I'm just saying. Okay. It's time for today's stock exchange in the NFL. It's a Top 5 Tuesday tradition of the last month, I believe. Let's get to our best value this week. The Cowboys are still at 9-1 to win the Super Bowl, and I'd say they own their division. I know the Eagles will like a word with that, but I'd say right now the Cowboys have a good enough defense and a good enough offense with Dak being back that they could win this thing. Well, the AFC East for that matter. And I'm telling you, this Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott thing is pretty good tandem. Pretty good tandem. I think Cowboys, one thing that could get in their way is Mike McCarthy. I know that's a big only thing. But I'd say 9-1 is pretty good, but it's not the best. It's still good value. But I like these two as well. The Ravens are at 16-1. Now hear me out. Hear me out, please. I know Ravens are 7-4 now? It's like, how is this team? It could be 10-1. How are they 7-4? They've got 3 blown leads of 10 points or more. Just blew a 9-point lead on Sunday to the Jaguars in a very good Doug Peterson coached team, despite their record. So why would I say that they have good value? Because it's 16-1. That's why. There's also word that J.K. Dobbins may actually come back. I don't know why. I believe that dude's a walking injury, and when I say walking, I mean like that sarcastically. He's on my fantasy team, and I'm furious because it's not a dynasty league. You kidding me, J.K.? He's supposed to be Zeke Jr., and he's not doing it. But as for Lamar Jackson, I trust him more than I do Jimmy G and Jared Goff. And the reason I'm bringing those guys up is because they miss throws that you think quarterbacks should make. And Lamar has a tendency to do that. But I think when Lamar is on, I feel like he can be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I truly believe that he can get one in his career. I know I'm on the record on Mike and 10 via our Spotify. I know I said that he's the Phillip Rivers of this generation, but boy, is he a really good Phillip Rivers. I know there's guys like Josh Allen and Mahomes and Joe Burrow and to a lesser extent Justin Herbert, maybe Trevor Lawrence. I know those guys exist. I think Lamar's pretty good. He could sneak one in there. Yeah, we can do that. Just don't make dumb tweets, you idiot. And also the Bengals. 18-1. You know what the Bengals have done low-key? Low-key the last 2 games? They went on the road without Jamar Chase against the Steelers. And a team that Joe Burrow cannot run away from if he had fast wheels on. And they beat him up pretty good. This past weekend, they play the Titans, and I swear to you, Derrick Henry and those guys do exist over there. They play the Chiefs very well, and Bengals didn't have Joe Mixon or Jamar Chase, and they won 20-16. Joe Burrow is slowly becoming a guy that you can trust even when things do not go his way. It's like the anti-Tom Brady. Mahomes is also a guy like this. You can just, I don't know why you can trust them, but it's they just find ways, they make throws they need to make when their teams are dealt a bad hand for the week. And Joe Burrow, I'd say, did that the last 2 weeks. Joe Burrow, 18-1, man. It's funny because I just realized the Rams are the Super Bowl champions and look terrible. And the team that lost the Super Bowl all of a sudden looks good. I don't know how often that happens. I feel like it's the other way around where I feel like they both fall off. But hey, I'm telling you, man, Bengals, when Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase do come back, they got a mean defense. Their defense can hold its own sometimes. And to me, Joe Burrow slowly, I'm becoming a Joe Burrow fan-ish. But hey, 18-1 is pretty smacking right now. How about a couple of teams that are trending up this week? Like, they don't have really good value right now because obviously I don't think these teams are going to win the big game. Or the Panthers. Do the Panthers understand they've won like 3 games since they traded Christian McCaffrey? I think they've won 3 games. They're 4-8. They have a better record now than the Broncos who they just beat. Like, what is this? This interim coach, like, I think needs to read the email that says, "Hey, bro, we're supposed to suck. And what are you doing winning these games?" Whatever. Jaguars. I'm telling you, I know their record isn't beautiful, but Doug Peterson has unlocked Trevor Lawrence, or at least he's turning the key to do so. And I really think Trevor Lawrence is about to take off. Travis Etienne, incredible running back. Christian Kirk has gotten going again. Zay Jones, such an underrated player over there. Hey, they're not bad. If that Trayvon Walker dude can live up to his first round hype, or his first overall pick hype, should I say, hey, Jaguars could be good in the next couple of years. Down this week, I know they won. I know they're 10-1. But the last 2 weeks for the Eagles have not been great. They had to come from behind to beat the Colts. And then this week they're at home, and I'm thinking, okay, well, hey, Packers, that should be kind of easy. And suddenly Aaron Rodgers wakes up before obviously he hurt his oblique. But it's interesting that the Eagles got a shootout with that team. And even Jordan Love, like, we've never seen Jordan Love look as good as he did Sunday night. And that has to be said. So Eagles fans, I know you got good value up. I know you got a good market up there, but watch out. Watch out. And now let's get to the final part of the stock exchange. Sell now. As in, you got stock in these teams, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I got 2 of them for you. Number 1, the Buccaneers. Listen, if you thought Tom Brady had lost a step yet this year, or you had because he's 4th in the league in passing, they got punked by the Browns with Jacoby Brissett. Let that sink in. Oh, but he lost Tristan Wirfs. Oh, well, there's another reason why you should sell him. Get rid of your stock immediately. It's over. Maybe on Tom Brady's career, too. If the man comes back another year, I'm going to laugh when he has to retire in a wheelchair. I really am. But, but that was a bad loss to Cleveland, man. You can't do that. They're supposed to be looking ahead to this coming up week with Deshaun Watson playing the Texans, go figure. I will never let the NFL live that down, by the way. But, yeah, you're not supposed to lose to a team. No, you can't. I don't care who you lost in the offensive line, bro. You're Tom Brady is what they tell me is you're Tom Brady. No. Sell it now. Also, the Jets. I know what you're thinking. Whoa! They just beat the Bears again. The Bears had Trevor Siemian. I do believe the Jets would have won the game still. I do believe Mike White is the answer. Here's the problem with this, though. It's not this year. I know there's like 4 AFC teams with a realistic shot at making it. Like, it's the Patriots, the Jets, the Bengals, who should already be in there soon, and then one other team. I put more money on the Patriots, man. Because I don't know. I feel like this year is like a proven year for Robert Saleh. I feel like he's proven enough. But you can't. You just can't do this, man. You don't believe in this Jets team until next year. At the bare minimum. Just saying. When I come back, the top 5 college football, NHL, NBA, and NFL teams. Oh, yeah. Last one of November 2022. We'll be right back. We'll wrap it up next. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, Shop the merchandise for $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show, the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah, you want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
If you host a podcast or running business, it's hard spreading the word because friends and family, they want to check it out, but for some reason, they just don't do it, man. They don't do it. So it's time to help them grow your brand with Popple. P-O-P-L. Popple is an easy-to-use but high-tech digital business card. You can get your Popple using the code AMDRIVE in all caps for 20% off. Set up your links and share. And don't worry, people you share with will not need a Popple or the Popple app. So when you get your Popple and keychain, Pop's like even credit card format. Enter the code AMDRIVE in all caps for 20% off on popl.co. Top 5 college football teams according to Shemi. His playoff teams are Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and USC. And of course, number 5 for him is Ohio State. Aaron, Georgia, Michigan, TCU, USC, and Ohio State. For me, Georgia, Michigan, TCU, USC, and Ohio State. I don't like the sound of that. It seems like one of us is going to be wrong here, or all of us will be wrong. But top 5 NHL teams provided by Aaron Crouch, the NHL expert on the show. The Boston Bruins at 1, New Jersey Devils at 2, the Vegas Golden Knights at 3, Toronto's Maple Leafs at 4, and the Winnipeg Jets at 5. Top 5 NBA teams with me. Number 1, Giannis and the Bucks. Number 2, the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics are in 3rd. Luka and the Mavericks are at 4. And the Cavaliers are at number 5. Oh, well, there's my graphic, and I kind of missed that, so there you go. Top 5 NFL teams provided by Simi. Chiefs at 1. Dolphins. Eagles. Cowboys at 4. And Bills at 5. Aaron has got the Chiefs, the Eagles, Dolphins in 3rd, Cowboys at number 4, and number 5, the Vikings. And finally for me, number 1, the Chiefs, Number 2, the Eagles. Number 3, the Dolphins. Number 4, the Ravens. And number 5, those Cowboys. That's it for another edition of Top 5 Tuesday here on the AM Drive. Remember to support the show by going to MikeandAaronDrive.com. I will see you guys when I see you. I'm going to be producing a new show called The Daily Dive. That begins Thursday, so in 2 days from now at noon Eastern. That'll be a Monday through Friday show, which means this one might take a step back low-key, but we'll announce some stuff later on in the week or next week. We'll have to see. For Aaron Crouch and Semi Action, I am Michael Carbello saying, have a great day, guys, and as always, drive safe.